Hi, sorry about that. Unfortunately, one of the bad things about being live streaming is we rely on good internet connection, and we have good internet, but Comcast just kind of let us down right there. So sorry about that. We're trying it again. Hopefully, things go ahead and sit in Baddha Konasana, and we're just gonna find a little stretch here. Hopefully, we stay connected this time. If not, I will continue taping an hour session for you guys, and you guys can watch it on YouTube in an hour. And in the meantime, or you can watch one of the other videos I have already there. I think I have like 14 videos since quarantine. So go ahead and watch one of those. But we will try to let this work again. So let's take a wide leg.
Live on Facebook.
Heels down, toes up, hands behind you. Lift your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades together. So really anchor those heels down and toes up. And so you might just stay here if this is the place that it feels best for you. So you should feel the inner thigh stretching. If you're able to come forward, then you'll just lean forward a bit, or maybe just take your hands on your legs as you slowly come forward. So you'll feel more and more stretch on those inner adductors, stretching forward. And just breathe deep. Let's do 3 more breaths here. And remember, it's not how far you stretch, it's how well you stretch. So it should be a nice stretch for you. Coming up slowly. Go ahead and scoop under your knees, lift up, and come back into Baddha Konasana. Soles of your feet together, lifting up through the crown of your head, and we're just going to fold forward here, holding your toes, and then seeing if you could use your elbows and maybe press down a little further than you did the first time. And we're going to come on up, and we're going to scoop our knees together and take our hands behind us. We're going to lift our chest, our sternum, squeeze between the shoulder blades, and if it's okay with your neck, you're just going to lean it back. Okay, we're going to come onto our knees, and you're going to take your my right leg out, if you're going to mirror me or not. So some of you might need a block here. So you want to lengthen up through the crown of your head, and then you're going to take your hand out to the side, press your pinky toe down, and really stretch out through the side, your side body. You might not need that block, and you want to turn your heart and gaze up, feeling that side body stretch. And then coming back, lengthening up again, and then other side. And coming back, and we'll do the other side. So lengthening up through the crown of your head again. And we're gonna go ahead and bring your fingertips on a block or just to fingertips and stretch that side body, pressing the pinky toe into the floor, lengthening up. See if you can turn the chest up to the sky, really fanning out the whole side body. And coming back, lifting up and over, and turning up. All right. So you're going to come on down to the floor. Let's do some swimmers here. So we're going to take our hands forward, the palms facing down. You're going to lift your head and keep the gaze down between your forearms or between your biceps. You're going to lift your right arm, left leg, and then left arm, right leg. Right arm, left leg, left arm, right leg. And you can stay like this or you can go a little faster. And relax. All right, hands by your chest and slowly roll on up. So if it's hard to do full cobra, you can come on down to your forearms for Sphinx pose. Okay, otherwise, full cobra, roll your shoulders back, hugging your elbows in towards your ribs, maybe even looking up. And then a little spiraling in our spine. You're going to turn and look over your right shoulder. So there should be no pinching in your low back. And turn and look over your left shoulder. Send that energy up your spine. Coming back. And coming onto all fours. Knees together, right arm, left leg. Left arm, right leg. And back to center. Curl your toes and we're just going to hover, lifting your shins. Let's do 6 deep breaths here. And you can always meet us in downward dog if it's too much for you. Let's do 3 more breaths. 2. And last one. Go ahead and pop back into downward facing dog. So you can pedal your feet, shake your head yes and no. Trying to keep your ears between your arms. See if you can bend your knees and tap your ribs onto your thighs. And then straighten. And then tap. And straighten. One more time. And straighten. All right, float forward into a strong plank pose. Neck in line with your spine. And slowly lower down to your belly. Point your toes and come. Bring your hands right here by your chest. You're gonna come up and up. And then release halfway down and down. So build a little strength in the upper body with a 2 count up, up, down, down. Up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up. So feel it in those triceps. Let's do 3 more. Down, down, up, up. And last one, down, down, up and up. All right. And let's press it back, downward facing dog. Bring your feet together, right leg lifts. And we're gonna bend it and bring it forward between your hands. Left foot steps forward, forward fold. And circle the arms up. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Circle the arms, inhale, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift and lengthen, nice flat back. Exhale, fold. Let's take your left leg back, right leg back. Lower to your belly, putting your toes. Come up for cobra. And downward facing dog. Left leg lifts. Let's bring it forward between your hands. And let's step it forward, forward fold. And let's just grab opposite elbows here. You could bend your knees if you need to, just to micro bend. Relax your head, neck, and shoulders. And you might even sway side to side here. And release your hands to the floor. So if you can't touch the floor, go ahead and bring a block here. You're gonna bend your left knee. Your left hand is in front of your toes, and the right hand on your sacrum. Lift your chest, and you're gonna turn to your right. So you can stay here or stretch your arm overhead. And release. And then other side, bend the right knee. The left hand can go to your low back and you're just twisting open, or you can just stack your shoulders. And release. And let's take your right leg back, left leg back. Lower to your belly, point your toes, find your cobra. And downward dog. Right leg lifts. You're going to bring it forward. Let's come up for high lunge. So lifting that back knee, that back heel is lifted. You can stay here, or if you want to add a little more heat, you can take your palms to your heart as you bend that back knee to the floor and up. Exhale, inhale. Let's do 3 more. Exhaling as you're coming up because you're exerting yourself more. 2 more. And last one. And straighten the front leg. And you're going to release your right hand forward and just fold. Actually, let's do both hands. Both hands down, the back heel is lifted. You're just gonna stretch your back of your right hamstring here. can lift up the front toes, even rock onto the heel of your front foot, scissor the inner thighs, forehead towards your shin. All right, now you're going to step it back, lower to your belly, cobra, and downward dog. Left leg lifts. We're going to bring it forward into a high lunge. So if high lunge is enough, you just stay here. Whatever you did the first side, we'll do again. Again, namaste your hands, bending the back knee towards the floor. And then exhale as you come up for 9. See if you can inhale and exhale through your nose. Keep your balance and stability. Give me 6 more. Last one. And then straighten the front leg, and you're just going to bend forward. So if you need blocks here, or if you need to go grab a chair or go to a couch, you can do that. You're stretching the back of your left hamstring, forehead towards your shin. You can lift the front toes and even rock onto the heel of your front foot. All right, now you're going to quarter turn to your right. Parallel your feet, so you're in Prasarita, forward fold. Just turn around here. Forward fold, so you can use blocks or a chair here if you need to. Your inner thighs are spinning back. If you're more flexible, you can bring your head down and walk your wrists under your elbows. All right. And heel toe a little bit closer together. And then slowly come on up. Let's heel toe a little closer together. All right. Let's go ahead and punch our right. I'm going to mirror you now. So punch your right fist up, and you're going to grab the wrist up. Draw the belly in, take your hips back, your knees back, and try to keep your ears between your arms here as we slowly come forward. Swing the hands through the legs, bend your knees, tuck your tailbone, and slowly roll up. Exhale forward, bend your knees, and slowly roll up. And we're going to switch hands. So grab the opposite fist, swing it through, slowly stack one vertebra at a time. So working on strengthening your back, fluidity in your spine. 2 more just like this. And last one. Bend and slowly roll on up. All right. Feet a little wider than hips distance. And then you're going to swing your hips out. And try to keep your ribs right over your hips. Lengthen up through the crown of your head. And then you're going to side bend here. Turning the gaze up. So you can stay here. Some of you are really flexible. You can press your hand into the leg. Really fan out that side body. Slowly come on up. Lengthen up through the crown of your head. And then other side. So shifting the hips over to the other side. And keeping your hand on your waist at first. Only if you feel like you're able to go deeper, you can slide your hand down. And then you're going to clasp your hands behind you. Lift your chest and then squeeze your elbows behind. And then come on down. Straighten the arms overhead if you can. All right, hands to the floor. Let's quarter turn toward the front of the mat. We're going to come on up for a warrior one. Let's take your left elbow over the right for eagle arms. Lift your elbows, hands away from the face. So if this is not accessible, you can always just keep the left elbow over the right and just give yourself a hug like this. Okay? Otherwise, you're holding here, lifting elbows, hands away from the face. If you'd like to do a little back bend and you're grounded and able to balance and flexible, you can come on back. And release. Go ahead and open. Cactus arms. Straighten the front leg. You can step the back foot in a little, toes facing forward a little bit. Hips are squared forward as you reach forward over the front ankle as far as you can, and then grab your shin, your ankle, or a block or the floor. Then you're going to rotate up for triangle pose. So lengthening up through the crown of your head. If you can reach the top arm parallel to the floor. And then bring the top hand to your hip. You're going to bend the front knee and we're going to walk the left hand forward. So most of you will need a block for half moon pose. You can also use a wall to lean against. So you just walk the block forward. So if you don't need the block, that's fine. So you're going to keep the gaze down till you feel balanced. You want to stack your hips and your shoulders over each other. Once you feel balanced, lift up the top arm. And you might even turn the gaze up. And your balance is, different every day. So don't beat yourself up if you can't do it. Go ahead and bend the top leg if you're able to catch it. And then roll your shoulder back for Chapasana. And release. in both hands to the floor, and then you're going to step the back foot behind you and over to your right. So you're in Ardha Matsyendrasana. So you're going to take your hands behind you, lift your chest and squeeze between your shoulder blades. You want to readjust so both sitting bones are on the floor. And then you want to turn, leaning your weight into the back, fingertips as you twist and turn to your right. You can go deeper, elbow hooks past the knee if you're able to. And then really pulling in the belly and rotating the ribs. Rotating your gaze. And release. And unwind. Come on to all fours. And curl your toes, downward facing dog. Inhale through your nose and out your mouth. Let it all go. One more time like that. Inhale through the nose. Open the mouth. Feet together, left leg lifts. And let's bring it forward. We'll spin the back heel down for warrior one. Then right elbow comes over the left elbow. And then from here, you want to lift your elbows, hands away from the face. And then protract your shoulder blades away from each other. So feel that stretch first. And then if you want to, and you can keep your balance, you're going to take a little back bend. And slowly coming back. And unwinding your arms here. Straightening the front leg. You're squaring your hips forward. So if you need to take a shorter stance and turn the back toes forward, you can do so. Then you'll reach forward as far as you can for your triangle pose. So maybe it's higher, maybe it's anywhere along here, or maybe you have to use a block, which is also fine. So find what works for you. You want to stack your shoulders and look up. If it hurts your neck to look up, you can look forward or down until you develop strong enough neck muscles to look up. So try to lengthen your right hip away from your right rib. And then go ahead and take your right arm parallel to the floor. And then you're going to bring it to your hip and bend the front knee. You're going to come into half moon pose. So walk your left hand forward. If you need to use a wall to lean against, go for it. Stack your shoulders, stack your hips. And if you feel very well balanced, you can try Chapasana. If you're not balanced, then I wouldn't try it. Go ahead and bend. If you're able to, catch your foot. And then just bring your heel to the outside of your hips, if you're able to, at first. Or you can switch the grip and kick it away. Whatever variation you want to do here. And release. And you're going to slowly bring that back knee over to the left as you have a seat. Come on down for Ardha Matsyendrasana. Oh, hello Suresh on Facebook and Asli. Sorry if I butchered your name on Facebook. Welcome. Hands behind you. Lift your chest and squeeze your shoulder blades together. And then you're going to reach your left hand behind you as you rotate. You can just hug your knee in as you twist, or you can hook your elbow past your knee and then you twist. So the knee and your elbow are resisting each other, and the twist starts at the belly, and you rotate and twist, 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 twist. All the way. Feel that nice energetic twist up your spine. 2 more breaths. Hi May, you're still sore from Sunday? That's great. That means you did a good job there. I love to hear that. Then you go ahead and release your hands. Cross your feet over and come up to all fours. And then you're gonna pick up to downward dog. Feet together and the right leg lifts. You're gonna bend it and stack it, open your hips. And bring it forward. Let's spin the back heel down for Warrior 2. So opening up into Warrior 2 here. So you're going to bend a little deeper in the front knee and come into Reverse Warrior. And then forearm to your thigh, so really resting a lot of your weight here as you stretch up. Again, that side body stretch. And then drop your hand to the floor or a block. And I just like to bend and straighten a little bit here. Turning on those hamstrings. Left hand comes behind you. Roll your shoulder back. And then let's go ahead and take a full bind if you're able to. So don't hurt yourself here. All right, windmill the hands down and step it back. And let's lower to your belly, point your toes. And let's clasp our hands behind us and lift. And release. Downward dog. Left leg lifts, bend it and stack it. Open up your hips. Look under your right underarm. Lift your knee as high as you can. And feel this left hip flexor stretching. And we're going to bring it forward. Spin your back heel down for Warrior 2. And reverse the Warrior. Forearm to your thigh, side angle. So pressing your right pinky toe in the floor and feeling that side body stretch all the way up the side. Drop your hand to a block or the floor. And You can bend and straighten the front knee a little bit, turning on those hamstrings. And the right hand comes behind you. Roll your shoulder back for your half bind. Try to get the left underarm just over the knee. If you can do that, then go ahead and take a bind. If you can't bring it down that low, then probably not a good idea to take a bind. And release. Let's windmill down and come onto your knees. Make it wide for puppy pose. So you're just going to keep your hips over your knees and take a shoulder opener here, forehead to the floor. And you can draw the elbows in towards your head. Namaste your hands and then lift your hands up towards the sky for prayer hands. If you can bring your chest and chin to the floor, go for it. Otherwise, stay in that other position. Okay. And we're going to slowly come on up. And we're going to bring your right leg forward for a low lunge. Interlace your fingers. Bring your hips forward. Scissoring your inner thighs. Taking a deep breath down into your belly or into the left hip flexors. And then from here, you can either use blocks or fingertips to the floor. You're going to shift your hips back, straightening the front leg for Ardha Hanuman. So this helps to stretch into your hamstrings. So pressing the heel down and then isometrically dragging it in toward you. So this will be enough for most people. If you're more flexible, you can keep those actions of down and pulling in toward you as you fold over, forehead towards your shin. And you're going to rock forward. Wiggle your foot a little bit out to the side. Lift your back knee just for a quick lizard, but we're going to just see if we can do a quick stretch for our quads here. If you can't do the stretch for the quad, you can just stay here in a lizard. You're going to elbows come down and turn to your right. See if you can catch your foot and then pull it in. And all right. And other side. So the left leg comes forward, interlace your fingers, and then shift your weight forward. Pressing into the back knee, lifting up through the crown of your head. If you have blocks, you can hold on to them. As you shift your knee back, wiggle the front foot to the center of your mat, and then shift your hips back, straightening your front leg. Heel down, toes up, and then isometrically dragging it back towards you. Again, if you're more flexible, just fold over the front leg. All right, you're gonna rock forward and wiggle your foot out. Heel in, toes out, and do a pretty quick lizard here. So forearms can come onto a block, or you can just have straight legs, straight arms. Then bring your forearm down and look over to your left and reach back and see if you can catch your foot. If you can, pull it in. Feel the quad stretch. And release. And now you're going to come on down to your belly. Stack your forearms down. Bring your feet together, your ankles together, your knees together. You're going to bend your knees and bring your ankles in and then back down and in and back down. Okay, so you're going to lift your head and your forearms up as you bend for 1, 2, and 3, and then come down. We'll do that 3 times. Come on up and then kick it in for 3, 2, and 1, and come on down. And then one more time, lifting up your head, kick it in for 3, 2, and 1, and release it down. Okay, we're gonna do a little yin stretch for the shoulder here. So this is one of Abigail's favorites, right? So we're going to take the left forearm, palm facing down, kind of under the chest, and then the other one like this. So forearms are down, palms are down, and you're going to walk your hands away from each other. And then you're going to hook your chin over your elbow, over your shoulders. And then you're just going to relax here and breathe. If you're choking yourself, then bring your shoulders closer down to your chest. And just let the weight of your head stretch out your chest, your shoulder joints. If you have a shoulder injury and this doesn't feel good, just sit this one out or find a modification. And then come on up. And now you're going to reach your right hand with the palm facing down, straight out. And then you're going to turn to your side. So you're on your side of your hip. And you're going to lift up a little. And you're going to walk your bottom leg forward. So your right leg is forward. Your hips are stacked one over the other. And then you're going to come on up, lift and smash your right chest into the floor, chin down, and walking your hands away from each other and your legs away from each other. So this one seems a little weird, but if you do it, it's a really nice, energizing spiral twists all the way up your spine, and it's really healthy for your spine. For most people, this feels really good. Again, if it doesn't feel good in your body, then sit this one out. The chin might feel a little weird for some of you, but it's worth it if you can put your chin down. If not, you can just rest and look over to your left hand like that. Okay, let's do 3 more breaths. So that back leg is just hovering in the air. 2. And last one. And release. And back to center. And we'll do the other side. So let's bring your right forearm down, left one over and underneath, palms facing down, and we're going to walk your arms away from each other. And you're going to hook your chin over your shoulder blade here. And just breathe into this. So most of us have a head that is about 8 pounds. So just let that 8 pounds of, like a bowling ball, just kind of stretch out your shoulder joints here. Up. Oh. And we're going to take your left hand out to the side. Palm is facing down. You'll start with your chin down and the right palm down to the floor. And you're just going to press down with the right palm. And you're going to roll onto your left hip. You might feel a chest stretch here on the left side. From here, you're going to walk your left leg forward, left leg forward. Stack your pelvis, your hips one over the other. Straighten the top leg, your right leg, and just let it hover in the air there. Your hips are squared. And then from there, if you're able to lift and smash your left chest into the floor, and then chin down and reach your palms away from each other. Palms facing down, walking away from each other. And then it's like your body's doing an X shape. And feel that nice spiral all the way up your spine. Again, if the chin is down is too uncomfortable for you, you can always turn your head to look over to the right. Let's do 3 more breaths. And release. Come on back to center. And you can just shimmy your hips from right to left. Just kind of oscillate the spine. See, it feels nice and good. All right. Should be primed for a nice little back bend. You can just do Shalabhasana here on your belly. So, coming up, lifting your legs. If you're able to catch, go ahead and catch your ankles, kick your shins away, maybe squeeze your toes to touch. And then you're gonna roll onto the left side, try to hold on to the ankles, back to center, and then over to the other side. And then back to center. And release. So you can crocodile pose it. Forehead on your forearms. Okay, and coming up, let's take, actually let's come on up, all the way up here. So a double pigeon now. So let's take your left shin parallel to the top of your mat. And again, if it's hard for you, you can, or it might be more comfortable to sit your hips up a little higher for this one. See if that helps you. If you don't need it, you don't need it. I just wanted to show you. So if you're able to, see if you can stack your shins as if they were fire logs, right? So you want to stack one over the other. You want to dorsiflex your foot away, opposite of pointing, dorsiflex. And then you want to bring your ankle right over the knee and the knee right over your ankle, right? So it's not like this or something. So if it's really tight and it's up like this, you can stick a block, roll a blanket under there. And if it's just, you're just way too tight, then go ahead and just sit comfortably with your right shin in front of your left shin, okay? So again, parallel to the top of your mat, ankle over knee, knee over ankle, dorsiflex. And hands behind you, lift and lengthen, squeeze your shoulder blades. Inhale, exhale, coming forward. So if you're tighter, you can use your props. You know, maybe you stack fists and blocks, or maybe you're scoot up to a couch or something. Do this. If you're more flexible, just come on down to wherever you feel your 60 to 80% stretch. Try to breathe breathe all the way down into your belly or into that part of the muscle that you feel stretching the most. And just try to surrender here and let go. And slowly come on up. And then we're going to turn towards the sole of your foot here. You can just take your arm and press into this somehow and twist a little bit. Or if it feels good, you can bring the elbow into the arch of your foot here and do that. All right. And other side. So the right shin comes down first, left shin over, dorsiflex, stack them like fire logs, one over the other. Use blankets or props underneath your seat or under your hips, wherever you need them, hands behind you, lift your chest. Inhale and exhale, just relax forward. You can use props or not, and just breathe deep into your belly or into that outer left hip. Trying to surrender softly, surrender into the pose. So if you go really hard, really fast, trying to get to your 80%, then your muscles will all tighten. So you want to just soften into it. Like maybe just go to 50% at first, and then breathe and relax until it feels safe, and it'll just kind of open up a little more. You might be able to move a block and come down a little deeper since we kind of softened into the pose a little bit. Three more breaths. And come on up. And arm into the arch of your foot here as you twist. Or elbow into the arch of your foot. Whichever one feels better. Okay. And then if you have time to lay down for a nice long Shavasana, welcome to. Otherwise, we're going to sit into a seated, comfortable position here as we surrender to our practice and just take 3 deep, full breaths here. Inhaling through the nose. Open the mouth inside out. Reach your hands out and turn the palms up, and then collect the nourishing universal chi. Bring it down into our heart center. Press it into your heart center and smile and feel gratitude and smile and feel blessed. And with gratitude for our practice here together, let's offer one Om to seal it in. Inhaling deeply. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining, everybody, and being part of our yoga community here online. And sorry again for the internet connections in the beginning of this class. So thank you, everyone, for joining, and make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's where I'm originally from. And like and share this video. Please comment and tell me if you like the class and the kinds of formats you like. And don't forget, I live stream every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 5 o'clock Pacific time. And please join me again. And also, please do consider supporting me so I can live stream for you. See the link in the description below. And be safe, everyone. Thanks for joining. Namaste, Suresh, Lily, Mel, and wife, Abigail, and everybody else out there. Bye.